And I'm back for part 2. I really didn't get very far on my sock monkey. I really got one. See, this is the leg. I cut the slit. And this is fast. This has already happened. Anyway, I just started to work on the legs. But that was fun. I got to sit here and take a break, and I meant to gather my thoughts, but I really didn't do that at all. Jimmy Wang Yang pinned by John Morrison. By the way, the release of Shannon Moore does I think is bad for Jimmy Wang Yang, because that was how we saw Jimmy Wang Yang for the longest time. And like I said, I adore the fellow. So, you know, what are you gonna do? I hope he shows. I hope he finds the home on SmackDown. And I really don't like the idea of pairing him with Kung Fu Naki. Sorry, I liked him with Shannon Moore, but I don't really like him with Kung Fu Naki. Now we go backstage to see Mark Henry getting ready for the match with Finlay and Hornswoggle, or Finlay really. And then out comes Tony Atlas, dressed in his little onesie, red, white, and blue. I'm not familiar with Tony's work. That was before my time, and I hadn't really, you know. But he's excited. And the thing that I like about him, though, is he's adorable in his excitement. He was, oh, I can't believe this still fits. Whoa, this is going to be going back out to the ring, Mark Henry. Oh, and he's happy, right? Then Mark Henry yells at him and says, now, why isn't my bag down here? You don't bring me my bag. And then, and Tony looks a little upset. Tony, by the way, is in wonderful shape. You know, I would say I would like to be in that good a shape when I'm his age, but really I'd like to be in that good a shape now. I mean, really, I could stand to lose a few, if you will. Anyways, but Mark yells at Tony, but then he turns back around and says, "Oh, we're going to get that stain with green." Says they're going to squash Finlay, basically. And now then, next match. So they kind of made up, even though I'm thinking, you know, that was really rotten of Mark Henry to yell at the not only Hall of Famer, but adorable Hall of Famer. He's so happy. God bless him. Even though he could be a jerk, as we've seen. They were mean to poor Colin Delaney. Colin Delaney. How about poor Colin Delaney? If anybody there knows how Colin is, say so. I would like to hear what's over with Colin. Back to the show! Whoa, I screamed that, and I shouldn't have. I might have made the ceiling fall again. Like, okay, Boogeyman comes back. This is Boogeyman's first match back since he came back. Versus a young fellow named Scott Reed. Scott Reed. The only thing really interesting about this is that Scott Reed actually wrestled in his underwear, which I didn't know they could do that. I thought they had at least some kind of, you know, decency standards. You know, maybe, you know, his suitcase got lost on the flight over, and they said, well, you know, here I got an extra pair of BVDs. Put these on. Do they still make BVDs? They must. Anyway, that's completely pointless. It was a very quick one for Boogeyman. My problem with Boogeyman has always been that he's a squasher. He's a character that really, they don't know how to do anything with him, it seems like. By the way, the teeth, that's gotta put a damper on his worm eating. You know, I bet he could just, when he had no teeth, he could just kind of slurp them up. But now he's got, it's gotta be harder. But before, even though it's a neat gimmick, they just don't know what to do with him. And having him fight jobbers and spit worms is nice, but it seems like a finite gimmick. They can reach the end of it, and I hope they haven't reached the end of it. Or maybe it's the kind of thing where he goes away and comes back a lot, and they keep doing the same thing for years and years and years. I don't know. Tony, Mark Henry, and Tony Atlas, Mark Henry versus Finlay and Hornswoggle. Not a whole lot to say. Now, we actually saw Hornswoggle wrestle, if you remember. It was probably over the summer. He wrestled in a match with Miz and Morrison. He did some things, but he didn't last night because it probably, okay, it definitely wouldn't be believable watching He could get no offense with those huge guys. Anyway, my time is up, and I might have already cut off already. I hope I haven't. But we'll see you very soon. Hopefully we'll get the computer problems fixed. Now I return to my monkey making. Gee, that was fun. I think it ran like to 5:30, so you might be able to hear me yet still. If not, see, I'm trying to round his toes. At first I thought that I was going to make the end with the toe stick out a little more, the way it does in real life. The way real monkey toes are. Monkeys are very much like humans. I don't know if you caught that. That was a dumb thing to say, and I hope it's cut off by now. That would be embarrassing, saying stupid things where people can hear me. It's never really stopped me before, but you know, there's a first time for everything. You can't even see my progress, can you? See, I'm cutting his other toe. Not too much movement. That screws videos up. Da-da. Now listen, this ain't no make-believe. Da-da. Come on, open your eyes and see. Ba-da. Now get up and follow me. Oh, the other song that's on my mind is We're on the island of misfit toys. Here we don't want to stay. 2.5 minutes. We want to travel with Santa Claus on his magic sleigh. A room full of toys means a room full of joys for millions of girls and for millions of boys. When Christmas Day is here, ba-dum-bum, the most wonderful day of the year. A jack-in-the-box makes the children to shout, "Wake up! Don't you know it's time to come out?" When Christmas Day is here, the most wonderful day of the year. Toys galore scattered on the floor. There's no room for more. And it's all because of Santa Claus. When you grieve the toys for millions of girls and for boys. When Christmas Day is here, the most wonderful, 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 wonderful day of the year. Thank you. Johnny Marks wrote the original Rudolph song, and then he was hired to write the songs for that. So Holly Jolly Christmas, Silver and Gold. Guess that's about. Oh no, all the Misfit Toy songs. The Misfit. Why am I such a misfit? Why am I such a misfit? What's the matter with Misfit? Although, there was a song, as a matter of fact, I think I looked it up, and I think I saw that it was made for a later telecast. It was called Fame and Fortune. And instead of Misfits, they would sing Fame and Fortune, but it's not on the show anymore. And here comes my 10-minute Mac. And see, I'm sewing now, you see. Oh, here we go. I'm stopping this.